if you had to give the Yankees a letter grade through the first, I don't know, first month and a half, 2 months of the season, what would you give them?
About a B minus, honestly. I'm happy with the direction we're going. Obviously, last night the Yankees threw their 12th no hitter in our history. Shout out to Corey Kluber, throwing 101 pitches, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. Obviously, would have been a perfect game if he wouldn't have had that walk. But we did no hit the Texas Rangers. Ironically enough, this was their second time this season being no hit by a different team. Again, we've been playing better. Kyle and I were actually talking about it before the episode. The problem is ironically enough, our biggest concern going into the season was health and then pitching. And of course, now the Yankees have great pitching and we have a lack of offense. Giancarlo Stanton is now on the 10-day IL with a hamstring injury or calf injury, whatever the fuck it is. I don't understand. He's on the IL every year, every 5 seconds. Odor was called back up from the 10-day IL. He's playing very well. And you know what I'm saying? And Miguel Andujar had a couple of good hits over the weekend. Gio Urshela had a couple of good hits as well, or should I say during the week. Aaron Judge got Player of the Week last week for just absolutely ripping the ball.
Okay.
He's just playing great baseball as of late. DJ LeMahieu's getting going, hitting runners in scoring position. Clint Frazier had a home run. Like I said, we're getting going. But my thing with us is the offense needs to be consistent. Because of our pitching staff playing as well as they are. Obviously, Garrett Cole didn't do so well in his last outing. But other than that, he's been basically shut out the entire season. Corey Kluber has solidified himself in the rotation as our number 2 this past couple days, or this past day, throwing a no-no. Obviously, Herman coming back from his suspension. He just went 7 innings today, and we won 2-0. So it's just a matter of who's going to be able to solidify the 4 and the 5 spot for us. Jordan Montgomery's had some good outings this year. And of course, James Talion, whatever his last name is, I always forget how to pronounce it. He's probably our worst pitcher as of right now, but I know that the Bronx Pinstripes podcast that I watch, they always do make great analogies, or should I say they make great points and great references. Talon, for whatever reason, has a great couple of innings. And then for whatever reason, his stuff doesn't get away from him. People are just hitting the ball very well against him. So, I mean, he is getting a lot of strikeouts, but when he's not striking people out, he's giving up the long ball, and it's pretty bad. So I don't know if he's got to get his stuff together or dialed in, or maybe move him to a bullpen role and maybe call somebody else up. I don't exactly know. I know that our inconsistencies in the infield also do not help, with Gleyber Torres having his errors. The multiple shifts at first base between Luke Voigt, Jay Bruce, who retired, and then Mike Ford. So it's just a lot of, moving pieces right now in the situation. Thankfully, our bullpen is locking people down after our starters are doing very well. Once again, very surprised that our starters are actually going 6 or 7 innings per person, which is great. But again, the Yankees have turned it around. We've played very good baseball over our last 15 games. We are 1 game behind the Red Sox for first place in the AL East. We're coming up to a series against the Chicago White Sox tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to. I know that the White Sox are one of the better teams in the AL, and I am a little worried with the lack of offense that we have right now. Going against this team is going to be a little concerning. So we'll see what happens. Again, I'm very, very happy. I've said 100 times, and it's actually pissing me off. I normally don't hesitate when it comes to the Yankees. I'm just sitting here with so much stuff in my mind that I want to talk about with them. It just won't come out right. So I will leave it at that. But again, very happy in the direction that we're going. Very proud to see that we're kind of flipping the script. I know we started off in a very, very, very bad place. And the point of the matter is we're winning series. We may not win every game. We may not be on a big win streak, but we are taking the best of 3 or the best of 4 very often. And that's all we need to do is continue to win. I don't give a shit if it's win 3, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. As long as we are taking the bulk of these series in the win column, that's all that matters to me.